You set your alarm for 6 a.m. with massive ambitions. When it actually rings and you hit snooze, you're witnessing a biological misfire. The surge of inspiration you feel when setting a goal is an intellectual state. By morning, the physical reality of getting out from under warm covers demands a high energy cost that your brain is wired to avoid. Procrastination often starts with the mistake of treating motivation like a constant fuel source. Biologically, it serves as a temporary spark plug. Human emotional states fluctuate based on blood sugar, sleep quality, and baseline stress. Waiting for the right feeling to do the work relies on a system designed to change from minute to minute. Failure to follow through is the result of an unpatched biological glitch in your brain's prediction engine. Your brain operates as a subconscious calculator. It runs an algorithm called reward prediction error, weighing the calories required to do a task against the expected payoff. This chart tracks dopamine levels. Often called a pleasure chemical, it actually drives anticipation. It spikes when you set a goal, creating a high before the first step. But when physical effort begins, dopamine crashes below baseline, triggering the immediate physical sensation of hesitation. This chemical dip activates ancient survival wiring. Your nervous system prioritizes energy conservation and immediate comfort, overriding abstract plans for long-term success. Analysis paralysis is a sign that your brain's built-in firewall has successfully stopped you from burning precious calories. Bypassing this firewall requires a behavioral software patch. Mel Robbins developed a rapid intervention for this exact moment, the 5-second rule. When you feel hesitation, you count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This countdown interrupts your default survival wiring before it can generate a reason to quit. Counting backward forces electrical activity away from the deep emotional centers and pushes it into the prefrontal cortex, the brain's center for action and decision-making. This technique uses behavioral activation. By counting and moving, you force physical action to precede the mental feeling of being ready. The 5-second rule serves as a forced manual override, shifting your body into gear before your doubt system finishes booting up. A manual override gets you moving today, but long-term output requires an automated biological system. This long-term automation relies on a foundational concept known as Hebbian learning. Neurons that fire together wire together. This wiring process follows a 4-step habit loop. A cue triggers a craving, which motivates a response, which provides a reward. Every time you complete this loop, your brain coats that specific neural pathway with a substance called myelin. This physical insulation makes the electrical signal travel faster and with less effort. True discipline involves physically restructuring your brain's architecture until the hard work becomes the path of least resistance. Popular culture often claims that success belongs to people born with an innate personality trait called grit or superior willpower. We look at National Spelling Bee contestants and assume they possess an invisible willpower gene. We see the result of their labor and assign them a trait to explain it. Psychologist Anders Ericsson argues that this is circular logic. We say they have grit because they practice, then say they practice because they have grit. This trap ignores the specific environmental systems these performers use to manage their motivation. Research shows grit is often just a label for a brain that has already optimized its dopamine predictions and reinforced its habit loops through repetition. The blueprint for getting things done is mechanical. Use the 5-second countdown to ignite the initial spark, then use the 4-step habit loop to build the superhighway. Trust your neurobiology. Build a system that relies on these mechanics, rather than waiting on a fleeting feeling of motivation.